What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Classic. Today we're going to be running on Stalwart. He's our level 34 Paladin Tank, currently stationed in Hillsbrad Foothills on the Incendius PvP server, and he's part of the Stalwart Vanguard. His name's Stalwart. Did you know you can assign a hotkey to toggle locking and unlocking on your action bar? Just look in the key bindings options to see it. I actually don't have a hotkey to lock and unlock my action bar. Actually, come to think of it, I do. It's shift. Yeah. So if I hold shift, I can move moves around. Yeah, so that's the hotkey. Very nice. Did you know that there's a new content update coming out on BFA? Just a little side note here. One of the things this content update's going to include is new Worgen and Goblin models. So these are just a few of the examples of the new goblins that are going to be implemented. Get a good look at that. Yeah. So with a mug like this, the races of Azeroth will buy you drinks. This is the male goblin. This is the female goblin. Looks like new hair options. New texture and skins. It says, look like 1,000,000 gold without spending a copper. And then the Worgen, I think the Worgen particularly look pretty cool. That's the Worgen female there. It says, show off your wild side with the updated Worgen models. WoW's 15th anniversary, I guess that's what the top thing is. It says, drool over these new appearances. There's the male Worgen update. So what I particularly like the red-eyed one, because Elude Stalwart. So yeah, this is coming out in 3 days. No, the 24th. Yeah, 3 days. It says get ready to shapeshift your look with the new Worgen and Goblin models and animations. So animations as well, coming in the 8.2.5 content update. Goblins and Worgens were first introduced as a playable race in World War WoW Cataclysm. Since their debut, they've made a number of improvements to the tools and technology behind the art and animation. And now it's time to give these resolute races a visual upgrade. Using the original models as inspiration, we've enhanced their appearances and animation while retaining the soul of the character. Sink your teeth into these new gorgeous images. So yeah. That's the new content update. That's going to be coming out September 24th. And also you'll see the conclusion of your war campaign if you've been paying attention to any of the war campaign stuff. Most of it's been quests from Nathanos on your boat. So there's going to also be the introduction of Party Sync. I have no idea what that is. Here, let's see. Control F, Party Sync. There's the first mention of it. The second mention of it. Okay. Join your friends in their adventures with Party Sync. What is this about? Party Sync is a new feature that makes it easier than ever to invite your friends to party up and quest together. When players activate Party Sync, everyone in the party becomes aligned with the same quest, state, and phase. Interesting. Let's click learn more. This is a new feature, and this may potentially make grouping with your buddies even more streamlined. Alright, playing with your friends when your characters are on different levels is now easier than ever with Party Sync. If you like to play WoW with your friends without having to worry about whether your character's levels are too far apart, the new Party Sync feature is for you. This sounds like back in EverQuest days there was the mentoring thing. Relive Azeroth's history together. When players activate Party Sync, everyone in the party becomes aligned to the same quest state and phase. By mousing over a quest in your tracker, you can see who's given a quest, what their progress is, and who's ready to turn it in. You also have access to a replay quest feature that allows players who have already completed certain quests to replay them with friends who haven't for rewards and that are appropriate with their current level. Their current actual level, regardless of the original level of the quest. Quests can be replayed for rewards once a day. While most quests can be replayed, there are some exceptions. Repeatable quests such as dailies, world quests can't be replayed. We've excluded some quests with story implications from being played, and they're determined on a case-by-case basis, and may include quests like the Demon Hunter Starting Zone quests, or quests where you might choose to betray the War Chief. How could you? Sync to their level. With Party Sync, you can choose to have a level temporarily adjusted, making it so higher level players can experience the outdoor content with their lower level friends as they level up. This is what it looks like. So it says your BattleNet friend invites you to Party Sync, and then it shows your BattleNet's friends. It looks like his level and his character name. Sync and replay quests with party members. Your level skills will be restricted to level 60. So this person's actually getting scaled down to level 60 to sync up with their friend Nay. Looks like the mage is being requested right now. Accept the sync request to join your friends on their adventure. The levels will be scaled down to the cap of the expansion content your lowest level party member qualifies for. As an example, if your lowest level party player, or if your lowest level player is level 83, your level will be scaled down to 90. However, if they're 21, your character will be scaled down to 60. Oh, that's actually really cool, because you'll be at the top end of that expansion. And with level scaling, that's also something happening in the background of the game that they're not really mentioning here, but they're kind of implying that all the mobs that you're fighting are going to be scaled to your level as well. So if you get scaled to level 90, all the mobs you encounter in that expansion with level scaling are also level 90. And then if they're level 21, your character will be scaled down to level 60. So in a vanilla situation, or if you're in the vanilla content, if you're still not in BC or above, the lowest level you can scale to is level 60, but that's okay, because, well, actually, come to think of it, depending on what continent you're, or what, yeah, well, even what zone you are in the previous expansion, see if they're level 21 and you're level 60, like I'm imagining Westfall can only scale up to a certain level, if I'm not mistaken, with level scaling, because there are those level brackets depending on what zone they're in. So I think you would still be super OP, but in that situation, I guess you could just really easily create a new character and level with them. But still, being a level 60, that helps quite a bit, actually. So it says original WoW, the cap is level 60. Burning Crusade, the cap is level 80. Wrath of the Lich King, the cap is level 80. Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria are level 90. Warlords of Draenor and Legion are 100 and 110. While Party Sync's active, party members' stats are reduced and skills are limited to the set that reflects their temporary level, including disabling some items that are beyond the scope of the experience at that level. This keeps the focus on lower level party members. Unlike time walking, where your level scaled through the party sync, you will temporarily lose access to abilities and powers such as Azerite traits and spells, abilities, talents, and trinket effects, with some requirements that exceed your reduced level. Setup instructions. To begin Party Sync, invite and accept players into a party. Open your map and quest log, which is the M hotkey, and then click Start Party Sync in the lower right hand corner. So down here in the lower right hand corner, there will be a Party Sync option, I guess. Have all party players click Accept on Party Sync confirmation dialog box. Once all players have accepted, quest status will be synced and the levels will become adjusted so you can play together. While questing in Party Sync, you may see quests you've already done before. Those are replay quests. Accept them as normal and quest together, but remember, replay quests are temporary and go away when the Party Sync ends. Additionally, some quests may become deactivated if your group no longer meets the requirements. Quests that can't be replayed won't display an icon, while a grayed out icon indicates quests that your Party Sync group does not qualify for that are in your log. You can complete these quests until you leave Party Sync. To do so, click Stop Party Sync at the bottom of the map in the quest log. That's interesting. So not all quests will be available, but a large majority of them will be, from the sounds of it. Lead with confidence. To help your friends, we've created a brand new recruiter friend panel in the game to help you know what to expect in your next reward and given access to the Party Sync. The recruiter friend panel also lists special activities I'm assuming RAF stands for Recruit a Friend, but I don't think they actually say what that stands for. Must be Recruit a Friend. The Recruit a Friend panel also lists special activities available to players who participate in the program. Complete these in-game challenges with your recruits to earn even more rewards. Go forth with your friends. Party Sync will become available in the upcoming 8.2.5 content update and goes live within the next few weeks. That's cool. Very cool. So that's happening apparently. That's pretty neat. And the exciting conclusion of the war campaign as well. Which, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to read anything about that. I haven't honestly been following too much of the war campaign, but they say the tensions continue to rise between Saurfang and Anduin and the Banshee Queen Sylvanas. Discover what awaits the Horde and Alliance in the final chapter of the war campaign. It's kind of strange the way they say that. Saurfang, Anduin, and the Banshee Queen. To me, like, I don't know, just knowing what limited like knowledge I have about those. Saurfang for War Chief? Like, don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Saurfang for War Chief confirmed? Like, I don't know. Alright, so without further ado, we'll get back to the classic Pally here. We last left off, we were running around in, the graveyard's not very far. I shouldn't have to res that person. We last left off in South Shore. We were farming turtles, and just to look at it, I'm gonna do XP tracking from the beginning, and I don't think it's gonna be great XP. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's gonna be very good XP. Now, what am I looking for here? Sound, system, sound, music. I want some small amount of music, if you don't mind. There we go. Gets me in the RPs. Alright, so we got stamina buff still active. I don't mind if I pair that up with... Oh, my game might be crashing. It's probably mad at me for tabbing out so much. Oh, you hear the remix? Bam, 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 bam. Remix. Oh, my whole PC's crashing. Come on, catch up. Don't do it to me. If you guys can hear me. We're experiencing technical difficulties right now. I updated my OBS this morning, so there might be some issues with Open Broadcaster. Give me a moment. I think I might be getting a full-on blue screen right now. I will return with the stream shortly after this finishes doing its finagling. Let me Control-Alt-Delete out of this. Control-Alt-Delete. Save me. Save me. Windows has an update as well. Oh, the remix has finished. But my Control-Delete has not caught up yet, so here we go. It's going to catch up in just a second. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'll get right back at it in just a moment whenever this finishes doing its thing. There it is. Okay. Cancel. Chimpleon. That's an interesting rogue warrior name. Alright, let's close all these tabs and take some stress off the old PC here. Still streaming. No drop frames. Alright, let's get going. Sorry about that. Alright, we're gonna begin questing here. Or not even questing, but the farm. We'll begin the farm. We're attempting to drink our soothing turtle bisque. I'll switch to the DPS mode activate, which is our strength leggings and our thermoplugs left arm. Just between those two items, that's 11 strength, which is 22 attack power, and 18 strength, which is double that, you know, 18 plus 2, or 18 times 2, 6, 1, 3, 36 attack power, yeah, that's not right. Math. So the turtles are green for us still, which means they're still a decent farm. They're not very densely populated, and I don't know if we're killing super fast for our level right now, but we'll give it a go. We'll try to make our dreams come true here. Now there are some elite shadowy assassins. Well, I don't think they're elite, but There are some shadowy assassins here. I'm gonna watch out for those. Don't mind if I do. Alright, moving on. Let's get it. I thought I hit my attack power buff. We'll get that going right now. So yeah, we've begun to track. Let's do it. Let's find out how long it'll take us to level killing these level 31 green turtles. And the reason why I like this farm isn't so much for the XP, it's mostly for the gold, because I love gold. So that's leather, that's turtle meat, and that's XP, all in one little encounter there. And we can speed this up just a little bit by consecrating here. We actually could judge seal the Crusader, and all that would affect is consecrate. But I think I like judging light a lot better because I can get my MP5 and a little bit of heals. I think one consecrate per turtle should be okay. Yeah, we're making 43k XP per hour at this rate currently. So that's not too bad. Running up to the next one. We did skin that one. We're doing alright. Let's keep that going. 31 XP per hour. See, that little travel in between turtles, that kind of hurt us a little. That's the thing that hurts you the most on this grind, is this little bit of traveling you do in between turtles. I'll skin this tiger here because it's here. Don't mind if I do. More turtle meat. If I'm not mistaken, turtle meat sells pretty well actually. Alright, give me about 70 on that. There we go. I'm gonna probably take this round of turtle meat and try to sell it on the auction house. Which means I'll just mail it to Stockade. Another thing that you get from this grind, aside from XP, leather, and turtle meat, is the clams. I forget what they're called. The thick-shelled clams. These thick-shelled clams actually open up and give you tangy clam meat. And not only that, but sometimes they have a pearl in them. The pearls are okay. Like, it becomes more important the higher level you get, because you start getting the, I think it's called the iridescent pearls, which are used for the Crusader enchant. The other pearls that you get from them, I think they're used to create like a cloak from the tailors, maybe even leather working. I don't know exactly, but it's like 2 pearls per cloak created. But I know that it's actually not the iridescent pearl, come to think of it. Righteous orbs are what's used for the Crusader enchant, so let me not lie to you. Those are probably going to be the turtles in Tanaris that drop those, the righteous orbs. I think iridescent pearls are the lower level ones. I may be thinking of 3 different white pearls. They're actually green quality, I think. Here, let's see if we can get one. Clam meat. Here, the iridescent pearl. This is the higher level pearl that drops off of these. If vendors for a gold, you know what, come to think of it, I don't think I even auctioned those for a gold. It's probably much better to, oh, that's for a stack though. Okay, for a stack of 20 of vendors for a gold. Anyways, those pearls are also a little bit of added extra money in the bank, because if vendors for 750, but you can put it on the auction house for a little more than that. What's up, Warlock? There's a rogue there too. What's happening there? I don't understand. Is he chasing somebody? Is he running somebody down right now? Well, just mind my own business, I guess. Another benefit of this grind here, which can be seen right here, is our herbalism is being leveled as well. So let's see, how many boxes are we checking here? Let's count them off. 1, turtles, which are giving us leather, clams with goblin devil clams that we can use for buff food and we can vendor after we cook off. The pearls that we get from those, the turtle meat, and the XP. And then not only that, but we get herbs along the way, so we can actually gather herbs. And at some point we're gonna get the tasty lion steak recipe and maybe even do a little circuit of lions up there. So we're getting skinning, we're getting cooking, and we're getting herbalism all along this route. If you're a lower level fisher or even a lower level character, there are these sagefish schools which you could cook off for the MP5 food. I thought these were the greater sagefish, but they're actually just the regular sagefish. But that's also something else you could do. You could fish on this little route here. I did that a little bit for Elude, but after I found out it wasn't the greater sagefish, I was like, I want to say the sagefish, if you consume them raw, they give you mana. But then if you cook them, they give you like an MP5 buff, which isn't really great unless you're like lower level. But it could be useful for healers. And then all these grays that are dropping off these guys actually sell pretty well too. I want to say I'll make like a gold. At least a gold from the vendor trash up and down this route here. Don't mind if I do with the herbs. While we're losing on our XP per hour by gathering these herbs, we're gaining on our gold per hour. Our GC per hour, our gold coins per hour. Wild Steel Bloom's actually starting to turn for us. And what's nice is as we go up and down this path here, Gather Light, the add-on we're using for tracking these nodes, it's Gather Light 1.3.2 Classic, is marking these nodes, so I know I can kind of deviate off of the trail a little bit and poke my nose over towards a potential Wild Steel Bloom node just to see if it's active. And as we can see here, that one's not active, but we know its location, so we can check that up and down the river. And Life Fruit's easy because it just goes up and down the river with us. Come to me, turtle. Now with this axe being so fast, it's a 2.7 speed axe, which is almost as quick as a one-handed axe. Seal the Crusader increases that speed even faster, and with our attack power bonuses from Might and Crusader, that's 149 attack power from Seal the Crusader and 85 attack power from Blessing of Might. It makes each of those weapon swings hit a little harder while they're hitting so fast. And I like to judge Seal Light because it keeps me from having to heal at all. That way it feels useful to judge. Now on that pull I double consecrated because I'm doing pretty alright on mana. Our MP5 is working pretty well at this point because we got the spirit stamina buff here. It's mostly the spirit we're getting from this food, the 8 spirit, which is keeping our mana coming. So yeah, this is pretty decent. 23k XP per hour. Not great. It's about half of what we were getting in wetlands, but we are getting higher levels, so the mobs that we're farming are less and less effective the higher we get. Plus the gap between levels is getting higher and higher the higher level we get as well. But I imagine in the next level, within the next level, I'll be able to head out to Theramore and do the route up and down the Dustwallow Marsh. It's a pretty populated little route though. That's the only downside. So I mean, maybe I might test out going up and down the Shimmering Flats. There's actually a really good area to farm turtles in the Shimmering Flats. There's like a sunken boat. And the Shimmering Flats is like It looks a lot like a dried up lake. So it's like salt flats. And they even have like a little motor speed raceway out there. That's where you start the carrot on the stick quest chain. Not so much as a quest chain, but the quest that sends you into Zul'Farrak to get the carrot on the stick from killing Gazrilla. You gotta get Gazrilla's scale or something like that. But anyways, in Shimmering Flats, I want to say northwest, there's like an area where a bunch of turtles are around a boat that looks like it was an underwater boat, but since the lake dried up and made what we know as Shimmering Flats, the boat's kind of left there in the wreckage. Just spawns turtles around it. So that may be a good spot to go farm. There's not very much reason to go up there. I mean, you do get a turtle quest if you're doing the Shimmering Flats quest chains, I think. Or the quest hub in the Shimmering Flats. But you can get turtles from other places while you're doing other quests. So I doubt there's very many people around there. So that may be worth checking out. And I want to say that's even lower level than Dustwallow Marsh. So it may be worth checking out for that reason as well. Medium leather, got him. Moving on. We'll get our run shoes for a little bit. Back to the normal ones and pull. Our mana is low. Get Rock God Turtle. Yeah, I think one Consecration's the way to go. I was doing this yesterday. I was running up and down and got ganked by a rogue. And what was funny is it was two of us. We could have taken him, but I just was not in the mind state to do a PvP encounter, I guess. So we got rocked, and then we went up further down the river after that, seeking revenge, and killed this Shadow Priest. It's not something I'm proud of, but it kind of makes me want to make sure that I have at least some mana and keep my health topped off as much as possible while I'm out here, because there is definitely a threat of the horde around in this zone here. There's a horde presence. We're in their land, so it's a good idea to keep watching your health and mana while you're on this grind, depending on the time of day. Like right now it's early enough that not a lot of people are online just yet. They're probably all watching cartoons and eating their cereal, their Saturday morning cartoons. I wanted to title the stream Saturday Morning Cartoons and WoW, but I was thinking maybe I need to have some Saturday morning cartoons content or something related to that to be able to call it that. So I was like, nah, I don't. I probably could have showed a clip though, like that would have did it, because I've done like the classic MacGruber intro. But yeah, I mean, we'll just keep on doing our thug theezy with this farm. This is all I plan on doing today. I'll just go up and down this river, making my pittance of 24k XP per hour, and I'm just gonna get as much gold as I can from this grind before I level, because it's a pretty decent grind when nobody else is around. You get the spawns pretty consistently. Alright, our mana is like completely non-existent at this point. Our stamina buff is falling off in 5 seconds. We also need to rebuff Blessing of Might. So after this turtle dies, just for time efficiency, we'll Blessing of Wisdom, we'll skin him, we'll eat our food, and we'll eat a Soothing Turtle Bisque. So now we'll get our stamina buff back. We're getting our mana up with our sweet nectar, while at the same time freeing up bag slots from this water Because once we hit level 35, like we really do need to drink this water, because once we hit 35, we're gonna get the next up water, because Sweet Nectar is just not doing it anymore. Alright, we see there's a node here. I'm gonna hit this node first, but we are rebuffed. We got our stamina. I switched to Blessing of Might for our attack power. Always hit the nodes that you see first, whether it be copper or herbalism, because you just want to start that respawn timer. As soon as you gather it, it'll start to respawn. It'll start a timer for it to respawn. And I think the sooner the better. The sooner you can get it to respawn, the better, because then that's the more herb you get from that area. We all about that herb. DPS looking for goop. Nomer or RFK. I really do need to get into RFK while I'm still of relevant level to it. We're getting to a point now to where we should be really going to SM and finding out what quests we need to do in SM. Raga God Turtle, never sacrifice the high ground. Always skip the high ground. There's no really, not that I'm aware of anyways, there's no real mechanics around that. It's just fighting 101. Black Arrow TV says, hello Mr. Elude Stalwart, what's up man? I followed your channel before I went online today. So I realized yesterday, I was like, I haven't been following him. But I got you followed back. I found your channel with the warrior leveling. It says classic warrior leveling stream. I think it was a couple days ago. But how are you doing today, man? I'm just back on the turtle grind. We're scheduled to level within the next hour. You see, thanks. Yeah, man, no problem. I had to do some back-end stuff on Twitch, so I'll keep an eye out for you whenever you go live and hopefully help you out with some views as well. I'm out of range. I was just talking about how this grind knocks all those checks all those boxes off whenever you're going up and down with skinning and herbalism. I'm getting 2 different types of food from this turtle. I'm getting the grace to vendor trash, the small amount of XP that I'm obtaining, and the only reason why this looks good right now, and it's not even that great, is because I'm rested, and I'm about to not be rested. So I'm pretty sure this will go down to half of what it's saying right now once I'm no longer rested. Black Arrow TV says, Vood cleaning out the garage. Oh, you're cleaning out the garage? Very nice. It's good to do every once in a while. I know when I had a garage, man, that was like our dumping site. We had like, we always have a landfill area, and everywhere we live, just like some place where you pile all the junk you don't want to look at or mess with. And the garage was that for a very long time for us. Now we have a storage unit, and that's where everything lives now. I think I'd prefer having it in the garage, but still, like, looking at it every day, I actually went and cleaned it out one good time. I had the garage set up to where you could actually put a car into it. It was so nice. And, yeah, my wife started putting stuff in the garage, and I was like, no, you need to do something with that stuff in the garage because it's going to turn into a landfill again. And sure enough, she never did, so it turned into a landfill again. So I complained about it for a while. But, yeah, cleaning out the garage is definitely a good idea. You don't want to set that shit to where you forget about it. Shit, we need to do the same in our storage unit. We still have quite a bit of shit in the storage unit, and I think we pay like $50 a month to keep it back that way where we don't look at it. Washer and dryer. We got tires for my old Pontiac GTO, books and all kinds of kitchen stuff, like kitchen stuff that we don't always use or need. Cups and bowls and plates and utensils and toys for the kids, like toys they haven't seen in years. Every time we go clean it out or we go to grab something or put something up, it's always like Christmas for the kids to see all the old stuff that they remember. And then we're like, well, put it back. We usually end up taking something out. There's always like 2 or 3 things that they grab to bring back to the house. And it's like, we're just moving it all around. We need to get rid of some stuff. It's never been easier to do that nowadays though. Take some pictures with your phone, put that shit on Facebook Marketplace. They actually have an app called Let Go, L-E-T-G-O, Let Go. And you could give shit away for free, or you could give shit like, it's like a garage sale app. Like you take all this stuff that you haven't been looking at, and instead of paying money to store it, get paid to get rid of it. But yeah, Facebook has a marketplace, there's eBay. It's just that rub. Like, people always take the path of least resistance, and when there's like an extra step, like taking a picture and posting the picture to a website, and then having to go and mail it to the person that wants it, like those few steps, that creates just enough separation for you to never want to do it. Unfortunately, but I always think, like, since I know what to do with it, like I know I could just get rid of it that way, I put it off. Just never on the forefront of my mind in my normal daily routine. For me, if I'm gonna get something done, it has to be part of my normal daily routine. And that's why I need to actually work in editing. I need to work in editing these freaking videos that I'm posting, because there's a lot of downtime, and then there's like a lot of me just like mouth breathing, and even just whenever I'm rambling about something that doesn't even really matter. Like I could cut a lot of that stuff out and trim a lot of fat. So there's definitely some work I need to do on the channel and IRL actually. I didn't mean to get all existential on you, I guess. You said cleaning out the garage, so it made me think of my responsibilities. Fuck. You're inspiring me, Black Arrow TV. You're making me a better person by cleaning out your garage. Damn. Saturday morning over here, shit got real. I was just thinking, he hasn't responded. It's probably because you're cleaning out the garage, like you just said. I think, yeah, that's Western Plaguelands. We discovered Western Plaguelands, but I'm gonna get away from there. Get back on this grind. I can't believe I'm still rested. It says that we, oh, we're not rested anymore. Are we? Yeah, we are, because it's blue. It doesn't tell us how much we're rested for still. I guess, whenever it runs out, I'll know. I ain't complaining though. Give me that rested XP. It's actually good because I've been considering the fact, or the idea that I'll probably start switching between Elude and Stalwart. Stalwart being our Paladin, Elude being our Night Elf Hunter. I'll probably take the rested XP down by doing the grind, and then swap from one tune to the next. And I may even get Stockade leveled up if I do it that way. So that way I'm only leveling when I'm rested. Stalwart's rested still from the break I took yesterday. I leveled really early morning yesterday, and then after that I didn't get back on WoW. I stayed busy at the house. So I got quite a bit of rested XP from just taking that 1 day break. And I'm still working it out, and it's been like, I don't know, however long the stream's been active. I did read the patch notes for 8.2.5 though, so it hasn't been all productive, this whole XP per hour. Actually no, I just started tracking it 24 minutes ago, so that was whenever I actually started killing stuff. So I've been rested for at least the past 24 minutes killing these turtles. And I'm still rested. I'm surprised it hasn't ran out yet. Now we see a life root. I'm gonna beeline it for that life root and then go back to killing the turtles. Like I was saying, while you're out here on your grind, you want to hit those herbalism nodes ASAP. So you can get the respawn going. Gotta get the respawn time going, yes. Alright, boots. I'm gonna go attack power buff and consecrate. I really should be consecrating non-stop because, let's see, we have 38% left to go in this level. And we have 73 water to eat through. Because once we hit level 35, this 25 water can go somewhere. So, like, for example, right now. Wisdom, water. This is going to slow down our XP per hour, but it actually may speed it up because we'll be consecrating more. So let's see how this works. Our XP per hour right now is 21,000. It's going to go down because we're drinking water and there's more time in between pulls, more time in between XP. But if we're able to consecrate more, maybe it'll go up. Attack power, seal light. Take off the running shoes, Judge Light, and seal the Crusader. 3 seconds, we get a consecrate again. Ragaga. Let's see if we can get this 21,000 up a bit. It's dropped to 20,000. Nice crit there. Loot 'em, skin 'em, run. So 2 consecrations was like a third of our mana. And another one. Let's go. Let's get another one. Kill him quickly. Turtle meat, skin him. We could probably do one more consecration. Maybe 2 more. 2 more consecrations here. There's one. Let's pop this mana pot. Yes. And here's another one. Yes, yes. Die, turtle. Yeah, nice crit. Okay, let's go wisdom and drink. We just hit 21k there, so we're actually losing XP per hour as we go. It's decaying quickly. We're still on track to level within the next hour. It says at 1.3 hours, which is more like an hour and 30 minutes when you take humanity into account. I noticed that this timer is very generous compared to what is actually true. I learned that the hard way. I was like, I had 7 minutes to level and my wife was coming home and I was like, oh, I could do this 7 minutes from now. I should be the next level and then I'll take like a proper lunch break with my wife. And I spent most of her lunch break still trying to hit that next level, thinking it's so close. It was telling me a minute. It took like 5 minutes to take down the last minute of the time to level that it was being broadcast. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like apologizing to my wife. I'm sorry. I should have just jumped off. I thought I could do it quickly, but humanity is something the XP tracker doesn't take into account. Like, I got inefficient. The problem was I was so close to leveling, I started doing an inefficient rotation in order to try to push more DPS. And all it did was give me more downtime to where I needed to get more mana or heal up in between pulls because I was pushing too hard. And yeah, it's very much a marathon and not a sprint when it comes to that XP tracker there. You're looking at like within this hour, if I'm doing everything as well as I can as far as like regenning in between pulls with Blessing of Wisdom and like not stopping to drink mana, like that's a big one. And then this stuff here too, like someone else is over here killing these turtles. So that hurts because I got to do a little bit more traveling. And not only am I doing a little bit more traveling from one pull to the next, but I'm stopping to skin these And that's all time. Like, this is the humanity aspect, I think. So yeah, this is a huge dry spot here. At this point, it's probably more beneficial to double back and just restart the beginning of our return. And by return, I mean return to the city. We are getting leather, but that's not as beneficial as getting leather and our clams and our turtle meat and the XP. So just the leather by itself isn't worth it. I'm gonna head back. And not only that, but a lot of people who have already leveled to 60 that have created new tunes are already in the level 30 range, I imagine. And not only that, but the people who hit level 40 and level 50 who decided to make alts are also around this level 34 range, or the level 20 to 30 range. So they're getting these leather. They're currently getting a lot of those mats that peaked for just a little bit on the auction house, like the linen cloth and the wool cloth. Like, those are starting to do a little better for a very short period of time, to where you could sell them for a pretty decent amount. Those prices have now plummeted again, so like that to me insinuates that a lot of people are back out leveling in this level range again. So it's less beneficial now to farm those things. It's almost better to just vendor trash them at this point, so you don't risk paying a deposit. Now I do see these turtles here, and I will start killing that one and working my way back up, but I'm gonna get this life root first. Man cave, a warrior. He says, anyone want to hook a new warrior up with some good two-handed weapons? What's interesting is he'll probably get a bite for that. Anchovy says, you want a fishing pole? Look, Woo How says, come to Hillsbrad, I got something for you. Let's see, can Man Cave even do that? No, he's level 12. He's spam looking for group for a weapon. Get him, get him. We can't even consecrate 2 times to make it worth it with this one. All it takes is 1 or 2 good lucky crits. There's the turtle there. I'm gonna go get that turtle. Actually, I may not want to, because that might just lead to another turtle. Yep, there's another one. Alright, we'll just continue. And there's 2. It's probably best to continue that way. Let's get our attack power buff. It ran out, I didn't realize. Also our food buff. Let's go ahead and get properly buffed up here. Food and water. Yeah, at this point I could double back and keep on heading that way where I know I'll have turtles, or I can keep heading this way. It may be better to actually head that way and follow the respawns from whoever killed them last, because that could demoralize them into doubling back down the other side of the river. That's kind of a sneaky way to do it, but I don't want to hit dry spells, so some of it's like a game of strategy in a sense. Whenever you got other people competing for your grind, you just want to poke your head out far enough to where somebody notices you're there and just hope they're more impatient than you are. And that works for gathering nodes, because you'll get to a point in the level 60 range where you're farming a zone for a specific type of ore or whatever, and you may find other people who are either questing and just hitting nodes that are in your rotation, and where you should be seeing like life root or whatever, or copper or tin, whatever you're farming. You may have somebody questing that just ran by and saw it, that'll take that node from you, or you may have someone else out there grinding just like you are, and sometimes they get just ahead of you to where each next node that you should see doesn't spawn because somebody else is hitting it. I had that a lot in Wrath of the Lich King whenever I was farming in what was it, Ice Crown? I was farming not Serenite, but what was the next? Maybe it was Serenite. There was a specific type of node that I was hitting out there on my Pally, and I remember always competing with somebody else to get the rotation properly. But yeah, you get into a point to where there's like a little bit of a chess game for tagging mobs and stuff like that. With my hunter, it's really easy to just outpace somebody with the kills. Like I'll run by them as they're attacking like this snapjaw. I'll kill the next one in front of them, and then I'll kill the next one in front of them. And if you can kill two while they're still working on that first one, that tends to demoralize them and they'll go away. But in some cases, if it's somebody that's just doing the quest, if I keep passing them back and forth and they're still out there waiting for the respawns, I'll just be like, hey, how much turtle meat do you need to finish that quest? And they'll be like 4 or 6, and I think it's probably more lucrative to just pass them off that 4 or 6 and get them off of your grind than to compete with them for kills and stuff. There's no way we're still rested. I can't remember if this bar stays blue or if it turns purple. If it turns purple, that means we're no longer rested, but for whatever reason it still looks blue. It may be my add-on. It doesn't say rested, so maybe I'm already not getting rested XP.
It's too far away.
Come to me, turtle. Overextended just a little bit on the mana. I'll pop that last mana pot there. That'll free up an inventory slot for more turtle shells or clams, thick shell clams. We'll go ahead and burn that last consecration because thug life. Get him, got him good. There's another one. And drink. Yeah, whoever it was, this came by once and killed everything and moved on. What I like about skinning is there's no evidence. They think that shit just hasn't respawned. Whenever they come back, they don't even see dead bodies. So they may be thinking, oh, shit's still just not respawning over here. I'm gonna get out of here. It's a chess game, you know? Okay, so we got that. Strategy. Went back to the attack power buff. Now we're getting back into the Seal, Crusader, and Consecration. Ragaga! Keep on swinging. Oh, hi, Miss Jeanette. Good morning. Black Arrow TV's cleaning out his garage, babe. I got all like internalizing like my duties and responsibilities too. It was like, you know, we gotta get in that storage shed, but I'm getting rid of some stuff from there. I know you agree. Love you. What time does the churros open? Right now? Do you feel like getting churros today? You do or you don't? Oh, okay. Oh, but I can. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna continue to stream if that's okay. No, you don't have to. I know you like to. That's what I was saying. There's a node behind us, we gotta go get that. What is it? It's a Briarthorn. Yes, we still do need Briarthorn, I believe. Ragaga. Oh look, here's another life root. Grab that as well. Ragagagaga. Back on the Seal the Crusader grind. I really do love how fast this axe swings. When you think Pally, you usually think of slow two-hander. But there is some utility in a fast two-hander. Because if you got seals like Seal Light, what would really help me on this grind is Seal Wisdom. If I could judge Seal Wisdom, I could get out here and pretty much consecrate spam without having to drink water as much. That would be really good. That's kind of our damage there. That's our main damage. I want to see something classic. Wowhead. I'm gonna check classic Wowhead here, and I want to see the. Let me just show y'all what I'm doing. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the Wowhead website. I have mine scaled up a little bit here, but you'll get the idea. So all I did, I went to Classic Wowhead. This is just the default classicwowhead.com and all the stuff it has here. I like to go to the database, and then the classes, and then the Paladin, the Paladin. I'll still be grinding in the background, hopefully multitasking and not failing. Alright, look, there's a dead turtle. I'm turning around. Alright, so for the Paladin, I realized y'all didn't see that dead Paladin, or that dead turtle, but if you scroll down a bit, there's abilities here, 136. So now we're searching for abilities. I'll sort by level, so it goes from lowest to highest. We're level 34. We're looking for the level 34 talents, or abilities. That's level 30. We'll check out the next page. So at level 34, look, we get the real Divine Shield, Blessing of Wisdom, the next rank of Flash of Light, and Seal of Righteousness. You know, for that Blessing of Wisdom, it may be worth going to grab. Flashlight, okay. Divine Shield, yes. But really, Blessing of Wisdom would help our farm even more so. That's like getting a new fresh water. So that is definitely worth going back to train for. And then in the next level after that, at level 36, we're going to be getting Exorcism, Fire Resistant Aura, Redemption, Retribution Aura I'm kind of looking forward to. But yeah, so I think I will hit up the trainer. I'm not going to go out of my way just yet because it doesn't really help me that much, but it's still worth considering going back for. We'll see how it goes. We'll just continue our grind for the time being, but I was curious what was available at 34, and it's been almost a whole level and I haven't trained it, so it might be worth going back and checking that out. Alright, so we flipped back around, headed back towards Western Plaguelands, because as we were getting closer to the town, we saw dead turtles. So we decided to go back up north. We're in the Altaric area. And we're just going to continue the grind. We have 2 spaces in our bags right now. We'll get that sorted just here in a moment, maybe during this fight here. One of the benefits of a Pally is your rotation isn't very involved, so you can do other stuff. Like Google stuff and open all these thick-shelled clams. The multitasking is real. We got a small lustrous pearl. That was the other type of pearl. We get iridescent pearls and small lustrous pearls from those thick-shelled clams. Which is really just like the level 15 pearl and the level 20 pearl. Like, I don't know the actual level of them, but I think there is an associated item level. Or level range that they drop within. It's kind of like cloth, where some area that you farm may drop silk cloth, but may have a smaller chance to drop mage weave cloth. It's kind of like that. Depending on the level of the mob will dictate the drop chance of the lower and the higher level item. So it's probably safe to assume with these turtles that they very often drop small lustrous pearls, but less frequently drop iridescent pearls. So I want to say the small lustrous is lower level than the high. Yeah. Look, here's a question mark warrior. I'm gonna try to just ignore him. Maybe he'll leave me alone. He hamstrung me? What a dick. I'll just get my running speed and continue. Ragaga. Don't worry about me, brah. That must be who else is on this grind out here. I'm not concerned with him. I'll ignore him if he ignores me. You don't want none of this, Ricky Bobby. You don't want none of this shit. I'll go ahead and drink up. I'm not concerned with you, buddy. I'll leave myself vulnerable to your attacks. And I'm still not concerned with you. He's leveling his pole arms at the moment. That's probably why he doesn't want none of this jelly. That's how you level your weapons as a warrior. You just spam hamstring. Alright, he's not looting, so he's intentionally trying to keep the leather away from us. We could take him, I bet. He's a question mark, but I think we could take him if we wanted. We'll let him have that turtle. We'll go for the next one. He's not discriminating. He's hitting other stuff too. So he must be out here just for the weapon levels. He's keeping eyes on me. I'm gonna keep ignoring him. And if shit pops off, if he wants some of your boy, he can have some. I have a feeling we could take him though. Cause we got heals. He don't.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, and he wasn't looting those turtles, so he was intentionally trying to keep the leather away from us. You don't want none of this, Ricky Bobby. Move along. Alright, you don't seem concerned with us. Orcs are my favorite. I really like orcs. That's the one thing I regret about Classic so far is I decided to go Alliance. I really miss orcs. Ragaga. My mana is low.
I'm out of mana.
I'm out of mana. Ooh, nice little crit there. Alright, so we're about half health and we need mana and stamina. So we'll Blessing of Wisdom, drink and eat. This will give us our stamina / spirit buff back. Soothing Turtle Bisque is really good because it's 8 stamina, 8 spirit. As opposed to the Zesty Goblin Devil Clams. Those are 6 6 and 6, I believe. 6 stamina, 6 spirit. Alright, that's topped off on that. We'll go running shoes, blessing of might. And we'll switch back to the regular boots and pull. Ragaga! Come to me, turtle. I really like turtles. As a hunter, on my hunter, I really want to get a turtle pet. It's not until later where you could share abilities across the different... Because I was thinking, I seem to remember, and maybe I'm misremembering, but I seem to remember at some point leveling my, on the retail account, Koltrak, my orc hunter, and somehow getting the Gorilla Thunderstomp trained over to the Snapjaw turtles. And I don't know if that's a thing or if I'm just misremembering it, but I thought you could train Thunderstomp to your turtles. But in Classic WoW, in the current WoW, it doesn't allow you to do that. All the turtles get in this version is like growl, maybe bite. I don't think they even get bite actually, but this turtle shell ability, which is like a defensive cooldown. And I want to say it's every 3 minutes, but it may be as low as 1 minute, I don't know. But I do want to get a turtle on Elude. But I may just end up sticking with the gorilla if that's the only one that can get the Thunder Stomp, you know? I'd probably care a lot more about doing that if Elude was marksman, if he had like AoE capabilities. But currently, at best, he can cleave. He's got multi-shot. So I'm not that concerned with it. I'd much rather just stick with my kitty. I got like a... What is the name of it? There's a cat in... It's in the forest right outside the starting zone in the Night Elf territory. His name's like Dusk Claw or something like that. He's just the rare level 9 or level 10 cat that pats around up in the northern area of that Night Elf starting zone. It's like the Night Elf equivalent of Goldshire. Alright, so that's the end of the line for the turtles here. Excuse me. We'll double back on our path here, open these other thick-shelled clams, and try to find a point where those turtles pick back up again. That warrior out there leveling his pole arms is probably killing him. So we've got 4 iridescent pearls. The higher level pearls appears to be dropping more often than not on these Snapjaw turtles, which is interesting. I would expect more small lustrous pearls. I'm sitting here looking at, there's a Night Elf hunter and another Alliance member there. I wonder if they saw that warrior. I'd be interested to see if they picked a fight with him. 179 crit, not bad. Alright, getting back over here towards the turtle spawns. We'll sort the inventory. Ooh, looking good. We got 29 tangy clam meat so far, 27 turtle meat, so you could say tangy clam meat drops as often as the turtle meat so far. There's a node here, we'll hit that. Looks like that warrior went up this way. Back on the grind. Dunkawoo. The Crusade. There's a lot of Crusade-centric guilds running around right now. Black Arrow TV says that's where the level 40 elite for the Whirlwind Axe is. Oh really? Is that the tornado thing there that the people farm? The Cyclonian? Ah, okay. I see people come out here every once in a while. I didn't realize that's what it was. There was a warrior that just got back, just took off over here. What's up, Zeros? These nuts? Got him!
Got him!
Oh god. Black Arrow TV said yes. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that thing. I see Nido. I seen hunters come out and kill that too. Is that also something for hunters? Because I seen maybe a warrior came out and attempted it, spawned the thing and couldn't kill it, but I seem to remember just 2 hunters kiting that thing around and killing it over time. It took them a while to kill it, but... How's it going, Pink Rose? How are you doing today? These are starting to respawn even that way. I'll go for that one. If they keep respawning, I'll stay over there. Black Arrow said, nah, probably helping. Okay, yeah, that's probably what it is then. Then my only guess from that last time I saw those 2 hunters attacking it was maybe a warrior spawned it and couldn't kill it and took off. And then those hunters came up afterwards and just decided to kill it because they saw it up. Pink Rose says, I'm good, thank you, how's you? I'm doing well. I saw that Zero Z. For some reason I was searching you on Twitch as Pink Rose. Has your Twitch name always been Zero Z? It has, right? Well anyways, I started hosting you. Since you're streaming now, I've put you on my channel of auto hosts. So if ever you go online, I'll automatically start hosting you. I want to try to, well, I don't know. Discord is what it is, but I was thinking about setting up my Discord bot to announce whenever you go live. But I don't know how active the community on Discord is really. It's kind of just like an external voice chat for people in game that want to use it, that just need a Discord. I hand that out for that nowadays. But for a little while we had a little bit of an active community there on Discord. I didn't really know what else to do with it, and I think that's where we all kind of started falling off. Zero says, okay, I didn't play last night, baby was full of cold. Oh no! I hope the baby's doing better today. Yeah, totally understandable. I didn't really hop on yesterday all either. I did the morning stream, but that was it. I took a little break. This is very much a marathon and not a sprint, is what I've been saying lately. I don't want to lose interest in the game, but I am excited to play every time I get a chance. I like going out and just grinding. It's pretty lucrative too. We're starting to get to a point to where we're starting to make a pretty good amount of gold. I think 14 gold is the most I've seen in any character's bags. And between Stockade, Stalwart, and Elude, I got 23 gold on the server right now. Stockade's been running all the auctions and stuff. I think I'm starting to sell greens a lot less. And this kind of goes back to what I was starting to stream with saying, like, for example, like medium and light leather aren't selling as well anymore. I went and checked the prices yesterday. And I was managing Stockade's bags and stuff like that and checking out what he got in the mail. And I think the general majority of the population are starting to level again. The ones that have maxed have started to level again, and then the ones that got higher up and decided to just check out a different class after they hit level 40 or 50 are also starting to get up to that same level range. So I think what's happening is people are starting to flood the auction house with those level items again. Black Arrow TV says, I seen someone with 5k gold. I've heard of people that had like hundreds or yeah, like you're talking about, thousands of gold because of an exploit that was happening, and it had something to do with layering, where you could run a dungeon, clear the entire dungeon, and then get a layer invite and somehow respawn all the bosses in like Zul'Farrak, for example. And doing that, they were able to get certain specific drops out of the dungeons they were running and sell those on the auction house for obscene prices and really fuck up the economy. So a banhammer went on And I don't remember it being announced anywhere, but there was some kind of a ban wave that happened for Classic because people were breaking the economy all around their new fancy little system, the layering system. Yeah, this guy was just farming and selling on the auction house. That works. That and buying and reselling. Once you got a decent amount to where you could start scooping up all the blues and selling them. I want to say that's probably what's happening with shit like that kaleidoscope chain we saw in the auction house. Someone's buying up those certain specific few level points of blues, or even the greens. Maybe they're just like cornering the market on certain items, but just buying and reselling alone, I heard of a guy who was making hundreds of gold off of that. And this was like within the first week he was doing that shit. People were talking shit because they were trying to sell stuff in the trade chat, and they were like, oh yeah, GG trying to sell stuff whenever nobody has money. And then one guy retorted with, my buddy's just been buying and reselling shit on the auction house and he's rich already. Well, I don't doubt it, man. If you got the time and the patience and you're keeping track of the market like that, it's not hard with a fresh economy to find out how much stuff is going for and amass enough funds to just buy and resell. But you gotta constantly be monitoring the market to make sure no one's underselling you. And if they are, just buy their shit and resell it for the amount you think they should sell for. But that's like a whole part of the game in and of itself. I'd much rather just be out in the world fighting. This is what I care about. Where is it? Autobiographer. There's an update. Ah. Here. Damage dealt, experience. There was a time spent in combat. I don't know where it's at now. Healing, damage dealt, damage taken, experience. Items created, items acquired. I thought there was a time spent in combat. Spells. Here, time. Time spent on fights, 2 hours and 23 minutes. Time spent in combat, 19 hours, 58 minutes, 49 seconds. You can see what I favor here. Like 19 hours out of the time spent logged in, 3 days or 3 hours and 54 minutes. 19 hours of that was spent in combat. I think my next favorite thing is AFK, yeah. So 6 hours, almost 7 hours spent AFK. So the only thing I like more than combat is apparently being AFK. So that's what I enjoy about the game. And yeah, that's part of the reason too why I'm such an altaholic as well. It's like I spend a lot of time in combat on the different classes as well. And it doesn't matter what I'm doing really. If I'm just out on a grind up and down, I mean ideally I'm in dungeons, and I would much rather prefer spending my time in combat within dungeons, but that hasn't been true for a long while for me. I think Wrath of the Lich King was the first really good expansion where I had a solid group of like 3 or 4 friends that I could run with and just get into a dungeon and just chill. Pink Rose with the read. Yeah, I love just being in combat though. In a dungeon, it's even more beneficial because you're getting like, first of all, you're killing elites. If you got friends that you can run with too, like everybody gets their own gear. Like you can even like call out the gear that you're farming. We would just build our list on Atlas loot, and from Atlas loot, just go farm the dungeons that we all needed the most. So if 3 of us needed some item from dead mines, we would farm dead mines until all 3 of us got that item, and then we'd go on to the next dungeon after that, because there's usually like 2 or 3 dungeons within your level range, and you just make sure you get every single last drop out of those. And if you did spend any time outside of the dungeons, it was just to get the quests for the next dungeon. But yeah, that's ideally that would be my perfect case scenario. Like if I could get a solid group of 3 or 4 friends and then just dungeon spam back to back, because all I really care about is being in combat. Like that's my favorite part of the game. I don't really care so much for the auction house or the economy. I don't really care so much for the green text social thing, like talking to people about their day and what sucks about life or what's great about life. Like, I'd much rather just why, bro? Dun 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 dun. Run from that turtle. We're not gonna do well with that turtle on us. Get him. Get him. Get him. It's probably better to stun him. There's a druid. It's a kitty druid. Damn. Can we? No, we can't. Get him. Get him. You're gonna regret this. You're gonna pay for this, Vegeta. Get that totem off of me. Rah! I'm a man on edge. You should have never did this to me. Ragaga! Why are you doing these? Don't do these to me. Oh no, you don't. No, no. Black Girl TV said, "Oh dear." Cause someone came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him. I mean, I don't know what they expected me to do there.
These nuts. Got him.
I love that. Got him. They definitely got me. They're probably teabagging me right now. Son of a bitch. What am I supposed to do against two healer classes? Like, what really could I do? I'm just sitting there meleeing. I'll just level my two-handed axe on him. Fuck it. I couldn't do anything to the druid. Pink Rose with the insult to injury. Thanks, Pink Rose. Thank you very much. All I wanted to do was kill turtles. Grass. My ass was grass. It was a cow that was killing me too. He must have been balanced. Did y'all hear the Starfire going off? Or do you get Starfire even outside of that? I want to say you got to be balanced for Starfire though. Ragaga! Oh man, this is quite the walk of shame here. Dun 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 dun.
You don't have a chance of beating me.
Not anymore. Oh man. They were question mark for me, so in phase 2, I think that would have been actually an honor detriment to them to kill me. So in some ways, it could be a good thing. Zeros with the MLG. We'll see if they let me get back on my grind or if they're gonna keep jacking with me. I should be okay now. You know what sucks even more about Shaman is as a paladin, the thing I seem to remember the most is their ability to purge. You're sitting there attacking a shaman and they've purged your seal and you don't even realize it. And you're like, why can't I judge right now? Because you got like the stress of battle going on and stuff. Come to me, turtle. And then also priests with a mass dispel when you bubble. That's rough as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your U.S. Vanguard.
Pink Rose redeeming all them gold coins. Right on. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your newest Vanguard. How much does that cost now? That Vanguard? I think I put it at like 200 or something. Maybe it's 60. I think it's 60 actually.
I can't lose that.
Some came in the mail today.
Cause some came in the mail today.
These nuts.
These
Got him! Got him!
That's so good.
Nuts. Got him!
We're almost there. 20%, 27% to go. 5 bars left. Our bags are getting full. Glimmering mail gauntlets. Those might sell pretty well. Strength stamina. Yeah. Got him. Zero says, be right back, just need to go to the shop, be around 40 minutes. Okay, I might be here when you get back. I may actually shut it down soon though. I've been on it for a little while. Let's see, I've been active for an hour and a half. I might be active whenever you come back, we'll see. I usually don't like to just grind like this on stream. I run out of stuff to talk about. I just start mouth breathing after a while. Oh, there's some more horde there. It looks like the horde are starting to log in right now too. Male combat arm guards. We're starting to see greens drop actually, which is interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and use some more water, and while that's cooking I'll open these shells and give us some more space. I can't stress enough the importance of grinding one or few specific mobs at a time, because if I were killing tigers and bears and stuff along with the turtles, I would be in a situation where I'd probably already have filled my bags up. Forgot to put my Blessing of Might on there. I think that's that warrior, isn't it? No, that's a different warrior. Yeah, the horde are logging in full force now. So I may even already be out of time to farm this area. I tried to hit the turtles up in Theramore, but those were too high for me. Ah, since I've respawned here. This has been bugging me lately, actually. My quest objective frame is overriding my buff. My find herbs. See that little square there? I can even move it just a little bit further to the right. A little bit more, like right there. Yes, alright. This dude wants some. Get Raga God, you wanted it, buddy. If you want it, you got it. He hamstrung me. No, you don't. You're the one that asked for it. Just gonna drink up while you sitting here. Crimson Lotus Council? He's still sitting here targeting me. He's released. Black Arrow TV said laugh out loud. He's the one that started it. He probably thought I was AFK because I tabbed out for a second. Because I was actually trying to track my nodes. Speaking of which, that node's still there. I need to get it. He did catch me flat-footed though, so props to him. That's right, move along. He's all targeting me, running away. He's got a blue weapon. Maybe that's why he thought he could take me. Does he want more? You want more? He probably thinks I'm gonna aggress him. No, you're fine, man. You learned your lesson. I don't want no beef. He's a grunt of the Crimson Lotus Council. It felt good to switch to the Seal of Justice and get that stun off. That was nice. And what's really cool is if we switch to the one-hander and shield, we get those even more often because our axe swings pretty quickly. And that's actually the Pally slow as well. If you judge Seal of Justice, it prevents the enemy from fleeing, quote unquote. If you're fighting a humanoid target that's like an enemy NPC, it makes it to where like Murlocs and humans can't run away after they're about to die. But if you use it on a player, it's like the rend or the hamstring rather, or the wing clip. You get to slow their movement speed down. So that's the Pally slow. It's usually like the warrior's trademark to charge in and hamstring you, but for a paladin you should be thinking of judging Seal of Justice to do the equivalent. Alright, we got a hunter here. He was peeping us out, it looks like. I don't think he wants any though, so we're okay. I mean, I'll try one more up and down, but I think that's pretty much gonna be it for this farm. From the looks of it, there's just too many hordes starting to log in. And they're either A, gonna mess with us like those past 3 that we've ran into have, or B, they're gonna be just taking the turtles from us. But if that's the case, we got a decent grind in even still. I wouldn't mind hearthing and just selling and going to train, because I do need to train those abilities. Is this that same group? It is. Yeah, here we go. Alright, what's up, bros? He resisted. Son of a bitch. I got my running shoes on though, bro. Here, let's get that slow. We'll hit him with the Seal of Justice. Actually, let's even just hit him with Justice. I don't mind stunning. I'm the #1 stunner. He's gonna try to dance around the tree with me. I'll catch up to you, I don't mind. Oh, juked him. Juked him. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yep, that's right. I'm still getting swings off. Yeah, buddy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Get some stuns. Let's go back to my ra ga 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 ga. This'll teach you. He fell on his ass. Let me get a band-aid in. Let's see if they'll let me get it off. Ragaga, bitches! Come at me, brosif. Take this. Rah. Rah, take this. Heal thyself. Get the shield on, hurry. Judge Light. Ah. They think they're so pro. Ah, damn. Some bitch. That Tauren druid's name is Derry. And then the shaman's name is Shamu. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to be able to do today. I think with that, folks, we're going to wrap up today's episode of Elude Stalwart playing World of Warcraft Classic. I'll probably come back on a little later after breakfast or something and get back on the grind a little bit off stream. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time, we'll see y'all later. Later, Black Arrow TV. Later, Zeros. Peace.